What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So this morning I want to talk about black people and our relationship with corporate America, right? And I want to say this to black folks, man. Black people, you can work in corporate America. It's dope if you aspire to work in corporate America. It's dope if you work within corporate America. There's nothing wrong with working in corporate America. But I'm just here to say this. Black folks, don't let corporate America treat you any kind of way or turn you into something that is vile or not respectable. And what I mean by that is, don't let them make you feel like your job is the most important thing in your life. Yes, your job helps to pay your bills. It helps you to provide for your family, so on and so forth, right? And it's a great thing to have. However, your job does not come before your children. Your job does not come before your parents. Your job does not come before your spouse. That's not the way it's supposed to be, right? And I say that because a lot of times with black folks, you get people in corporate America, higher ups, that try to almost intimidate you or corner you into making you acquiesce to that notion. What I'm saying is not, they don't blatantly say, hey, this job comes before your kids or before your husband, right? But it's been situations where people's husbands or kids were sick and the job was looking at them almost like, like making them almost feel scared to ask, can they leave? Feel afraid to ask, hey, can I take this day off? Feeling afraid to ask, hey, can I get this extra day off? My husband is really, really sick. My daughter is really, really sick. It's kind of like, and people think it's not a thing, but it happens to where you have a boss who really is like making you feel like you got to come to work every day. And they try to make you feel like you're doing something wrong if you're taking off to tend to your children, to tend to your husband or to your sick mother, so on and so forth. Not all jobs are like this, but there are jobs who do this to people. And they do this because a lot of times with black folks, people don't want to hear this. It's a harsh truth. A lot of people in corporate America, non-black people, think that black folks should be lucky to have a job. And they think that we are so grateful to have a job, we will acquiesce to anything, right? Whether it's low wages, whether it's overworking us, putting stuff on us that's not in our job description, making us do whatever and making folks do whatever and how many ever type of things just because they feel like, oh, they just grateful to have a job. They're just grateful to be here. They're grateful to be in this position to work. And it's a lot of people in corporate America that think that about black people. And really the reality is, we got to change that narrative. No, we are not just so happy and so grateful to have a job that we'll just do anything and accept anything. That's not okay. But I know the conditions that we come from, a lot of our black folks, we come from a lot of situations of poverty, right? Situations where we're living below the standard of a lot of the average standard in America. We're living below the poverty line. And now that we got some little money, we're trying to like just keep that income, because we don't want to go back to being dirt poor. But just because you can't let your fear of being dirt poor again let people treat you any type of way or treat you less than what you deserve. No matter if it's corporate. And I'm not just talking about in your relationships. That matters in corporate America as well. These jobs will work you to the ground. Add all type of different job duties, like make you do stuff or ask you to do stuff that they know you're afraid to say no to. It's not in your job description, not in your job duties. They'll give that to you and will not pay you any more dollars. They won't give you a raise at all. They won't give you a bonus at all. And pile this stuff on you that they themselves don't even want to do, because they know you will do it, because they think that you're one of them people that go home and like, thank you so much for my job. And I just glad I got this job. I'll do whatever it takes to keep this job. And I know my black folks, we come from a lot of dire situations. But we got to change that narrative, because it has a lot of black folks. It keeps us in less prominent positions within corporate America, because a lot of times some people aren't willing to fight back and push back against that because of the situations that we come from, right? I've worked a job before where, and I remember I was fresh out of grad school. Fresh out of grad school, you're young, you're trying to find your way and trying to find your footing. And I've been in places where they know that I'm the young black kid who, from the inner city of Chicago for real. And they know that, like not even just they know me subconsciously. I felt like I couldn't tell my higher ups no, that I wasn't available to do this and that. And it may have been too much. I'm already kind of busy with this, that, and the third. I would just accept it. putting more stress on myself, and they don't give a damn. You said yes, so it is what it is. They don't give a damn about how stressed you are. They don't give a damn about what you're dealing with at home. They don't give a damn about, what all duties that you have outside of the job. They're going to pile that on you because you say yes, and they know you're going to say yes because you're just so grateful to be in this position. You think that if I say no, they're going to not look at me as a team player, right? And sometimes at work, you don't have to, we got to not worry about being looked at. Oh, I don't want to not be looked at as a team player. You can't worry about that sometimes. You got to let that slide or roll off your shoulder, or they're not going to look at me as a team player. Because at the end of the day, if you can't do it, you can't do it. And if it's not in your job duty, especially if it's not in your job duty, you can't do it. If you're overwhelmed and you already got certain stuff that you're working on and you're trying to get that task, don't accept tasks that you know is going to overload you and have you stand at hours at work later than what you're supposed to, and they're not even paying you overtime. Right? You're not getting paid overtime. Your salary, you're not getting paid overtime. And you're taking on duties that you know is going to have you stuck in the office while the higher-ups can go home and run home and have a great time with their kids and their children. But they know you accepted the duty that they gave you, so they're going to hold you to that. And you accepted something that just is weighing on you and got you just stressed out of your damn mind. And I did that to myself. Coming out of grad school, thinking that, man, I don't want to be looked at as not a team player. I want to get this job. Right? It was an attempt to hire a job. I want to get this job. So I'm just accepting anything that they give me, any type of crazy task, even when I know it's too much for me. And they're asking, is it too much? And I know when they're asking me this, they want me to say yeah. And they expected me to say yeah because I'm a young black dude. They thinking, oh man, you just grateful to get this job. And a lot of black people, they know we treat jobs like that. Not all of us, but the younger generation is changing the mode. But a lot of black folks traditionally and all throughout, historical time periods have been just grateful to have a job and they will accept anything. Furthermore, black people, don't let your job turn you into the good black person, the good black guy, the good black woman. What I mean is that don't allow corporate America to turn you into the black guy or the black woman that is put on a pedestal to denigrate all other black people who didn't achieve the same success as you in life, right? Whether it be in school or corporate America. If they didn't achieve the same success in corporate America or in school, don't be the black person that they put on a pedestal to denigrate all other black people who didn't get to the level that you got at, right? Don't let them make you if you could do it, why weren't the other people able to do it? Why they weren't able to do it, right? And I remember I had a conversation one time at work, white guy, and I knew what he was getting at. He was like, Malcolm, where you, basically asked me where I'm from Southside Chicago. And I grew up in some of the neighborhoods that a lot of them would never visit, would be petrified to visit, right? And tried to do that. Well, you went to school? Yeah. I got my master's degree? Yeah. Well, see, man, you did a great job for yourself. See, man, look at you, man. See, you came from a hard background, but you came and you did what you could do, and you put yourself in these positions, and you did well for yourself. Trying to relate that pick yourself up by the bootstraps bullshit that they try to preach to black folks. Because a lot of other non-black folks, especially a lot of folks in dominant society, they got stuff passed down to them like a motherfucker. And great job on their parents. But a lot of them got a leg up to do it. And they had boots that were strapped. They had 8-9 straps on the motherfucker, right? While we don't even got a boot we don't even have a boot to put on our foot, let alone a strap on that mug. You know what I'm saying? But they try to play that whole pick yourself up by the bootstraps, put that whole rhetoric on you. Oh, they try to play into that, and they try to play into that with me, and try to use that to say to set it up, use that conversation so I can say, man, them other black folks where I come from, and they just didn't want to work, man. They just didn't want to work hard. They want to be lazy. They just want to just stay at home and smoke all the blunts. They just want to be the black people that just sit at home and just live on the welfare. They just want to, he was thinking that I was going to play into that. And so I had to correct his ass. And I had to say, hold on. My conditions were very different. I didn't have a mom who was drug addicted. I had a mom who had the wherewithal. I had a mother and a father who had the wherewithal to say, we live here, but my son has to go to school here, We had to go to school outside of the neighborhood. And my mom had to research that. She had to stay diligent in order to get me out, because the neighborhood schools that we were living in were trash in the black hoods in Chicago, a lot of the black hoods. They weren't really that good, a lot of the surrounding schools. So she had to get me outside of my district in a school in order for me to have a chance to be successful. A lot of people didn't have diligent parents the way I came from that would do things like that. They accepted whatever was there for them and for their kids as it is what it is, right? I had a lot of I had a lot of friends whose mother worked so much, they were single parents, that they didn't have no help from their fathers, that, you know, they were just working too much to even have the input or the necessary drive to get their kids the best thing as far as their education goes. Some kids never had a chance. They grew up in a household where the whole family was just, you know, they didn't really care about them. They neglected them. I had friends whose mamas let them stay in the street all night. So they didn't have a chance. You had some kids, again, who had great parents who just weren't aware of certain resources, right? You had some parents who felt like those resources were not available to us in our communities. So it's not even just degeneracy. It's just certain resources were not available to my people where I lived at. My mom was able to kind of just figure some stuff out. And my dad had connections to this person and to that person who could help me get to where I was at, right? My grandmother taught at the elementary school that I went to, Turner Drew Language Academy on 93rd and Princeton. Now, it's in the hood, but it was a magnet school that I was learning to speak Russian and French in. I learned how to type without looking down on the keyboard in 3rd grade, right? So basically, my mother and my father put me in an environment that was outside of my neighborhood to help cultivate certain things in me to be a diligent student, to have the drive to go to college, so on and so forth, right? I had parents that went to college. You know what I'm saying? My mom went, while we was growing up or whatever, but my father went away to Alcorn State University, so he was aware of those things. Some people have parents, they are first generation college students. They have no idea about college. They don't even they don't even preach that to their children. They don't preach going to college or learning a trade to their children. So they had no chance. So all of that, see, you do it. Why couldn't, you did it. Why couldn't the others do it? Don't play me with that bullshit. And black people don't ever allow them to let you wear that label as the good black guy. Oh, he's the good one, right? Because I remember, Sinbad was talking about, because Sinbad is a comedian who doesn't curse. And he said that a lot of white executives, so on and so forth, would try to say, oh man, see, you don't curse. I wish they were more like you, to downplay his other contemporaries, his other, to downplay, his contemporaries, the people who were in the same field as him, to downplay them. And he like, nah, we're not going to do that. You're not going to have me playing the good black guy role to down my other black folks. I ain't doing that, right? Black folks, man, another thing. In corporate America, don't let them keep you in the same position for years while you work diligently. I ain't talking about you just chilling and coasting. You working diligently, working your ass off. But they hire new people who have the same qualifications as you, or in some instances, less qualifications than you, while they pay them higher wages. If you see your job continues to do something like that, it's time for you to get out of there, because they don't value you as a worker. They don't value what you do. They don't think that you are a person who is worthy of that salary, to get paid those wages, right? And some could say, well, they might have more experience. Nah, fam, bullshit. My qualifications are such. And a lot of times people have the same experience or they have developed that experience being in that job role, and their pay isn't increased. A lot of black folks, they pay is not increased at all. They sitting in the same position for years, getting a little 50-cent raise here and there, right? And all they do is try to change the job title, to try to make it sound fancier, to patronize you into thinking that you're moving up the ladder when you're stuck in place. You've been running in place the whole time. You've been stagnant and running in place the whole time while you working your ass off, but you ain't going nowhere for real. They trick you and patronize you into believing that you're moving. I was at a job where they changed the title of the job and gave us a 50-cent raise or something to make us feel like we was just doing something so profound, like a 75-cent raise, and made us feel like we were doing something so profound. It's like 75 cents. And they change the title with a job to make us feel like, oh my God, we're really moving on up. And I knew it was bullshit because I've been, I'm aware of certain things, and I knew it was time for me to go, and I left that job a couple of months after that, right? And black folks when I told y'all earlier, don't let corporate America turn you into something vile or not respectable. Black folks, don't be the black brown noser in corporate America. Don't be the black brown noser, the black company guy, right? There are way too many black people in corporate America that don't help their own. A lot of black folks get into the doors of corporate America and get threatened by the sight or the presence of other black people in their field. You got black folks that get comfortable being the only black in their role, and they proud in that, right? And when another black person get in there, they turn into goddamn Steven from Django, Samuel L. Jackson's character from Django. Who is that N-word on that nag? Hey man, he get to sleep in the big house? He gonna be in the big house, boss? They get to turn it into that. Hop and Bob, they get to turn into one of them individuals, right? And they work as gatekeepers to keep other black people out of the job. And please don't turn into that. Because that is the most vile, despicable black person that I can know. The black brown nosers within companies, like for real, like the guy who is a company man disguised as the assisting brother man. He's a company man disguised as the assisting brother man. Brother, anything you can do, anything you need to do, anything you need, I can help you. I can help you do this. You got any questions, you can talk to me. Any complaints, we can talk here and there. And you thinking you have a confidant, somebody who you can trust, who you can talk certain things to, and they won't get out, and they undermining you at every turn, throwing you under the bus and telling everything that you said or things, and throwing you under the bus at any turn, any chance they get. And I don't like that. And a lot of times, corporate America will play black immigrants against black Americans. I will say this: corporate America will often play black immigrants, put us against each other, pit black immigrants against black Americans. And why do I say that? Because they know, and I'm not saying all black immigrants, so don't get mad at me when I say this, a lot of black immigrants assimilate to the beliefs of white America, right? So a lot of black immigrants come, not all of them, because there's a lot of riders, a lot of individuals who stand firm and stand strong with us, right? But you got a lot of immigrants who come over here and start talking that the black man is lazy, black folks lazy, y'all ungrateful. They try to talk just like a lot of the racist individuals in white America and in corporate America, because it's not just racist white folks in corporate America, you know what I'm saying? But they get to talking the rhetoric of, the majority population or racist white folks, and they start talking that the black man just lazy. That's why he not achieving what he want to achieve. My people came over here, black immigrants, you get black immigrants, my people came over here and did this and did that for themselves. They did this and did that. Well, yeah, you got loans that black Americans were not able to get. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and they know that there is that thing that exists between black Americans and black immigrants. And they know that black immigrants assimilate to the beliefs that they have. So they try to use that. They know that a lot of black immigrants can sometimes be susceptible to throwing other black Americans under the bus. Because they have the same ideologies, not all of them, but some of them have the same ideologies as some racist white Americans. And they know that. So they ride with it and they put the black immigrants against the black Americans, man. Like, again, I've witnessed black people, black folks, black American folks working in corporate America always having to go above and beyond while other racial groups get jobs, promotions, raises, etc. for doing the bare minimum, right? Or being a mediocre worker. And it really is saddening. It's disheartening for real. And black folks, don't let that happen to you at your job. Don't let your job do you like that, man. Don't let your job patronize you. What I mean by patronize, they don't want to pay you no more money, but they want to throw pizza parties. They want to do meet and greets. They want to give you $5 gift cards. They want to give you a big kudos with an email with kudos and a whole bunch of balloons and hearts and rainbows and Easter bunnies all over the email and all type of balloons and birthday cakes and kudos, congratulations and hand claps. I don't want no damn kudos and pats on the back. I want a raise. I want an increase in pay to match this inflated economy that we living in. I don't want a good job, buddy, a pat on the back. I don't need that shit. I don't want no damn pizza. I want a pay raise so I can be able to live comfortably as you do. Especially if I'm working here and I'm putting I'm putting diligent hours into the company as if I'm a damn CEO almost. And all you want to do is pat me on the back and say, good job. Fuck out of here. I don't want no pizza. I don't want to do no meet and greets. I don't want no potluck. Hell, you don't even pay me enough to bring all this damn food for a potluck. Because all I can do is pay for the food that's in my house. Because you're not paying me enough. So what the fuck, man? Like, nah, man. Like, black folks, don't let corporate America treat you any type of way or turn you into something vile. You know? Don't let it happen. You can work in corporate America, but don't let them turn you into one of those individuals where you just a zombie for them, a company man, or you just a doormat for them. Don't let corporate America turn you into a doormat, black folks. Don't let corporate America turn you into a undermining brown noser who undermines his own people. Don't do that. Be better than that, y'all. Y'all give me your opinions on this topic in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.